Hello, Gia.
Hello, Keisha?
Hi. Hello, America, world,
World.
Portugal.
Yeah.
Yes.
Single out Portugal like that.
I like to single out
Okay.
Portugal.
Shout
Sure.
out to Portugal.
Yeah. Woohoo, Portugal. Um, but we were just talking about getting into our holiday weekend vibe,
Yeah.
if you will. I know you like to try to use the new words the kids are using sometimes, Gia.
Yeah. What was the word you used? Vibe?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't I don't know how new that is, but okay. Good
well,
try.
well, see, yeah, I feel like every time you try to introduce a word,
Oh.
it's
It's
about
like a couple
10 to
decades
15
back.
years
Yeah.
old, yeah, or it comes from an 80s cop show.
I know I realized in conversation last night that I am watching too many cop shows because I was talking about losing something and looking at the cat and thinking, I think she's good for that. I like her for that.
Is your kitty jamming you up?
I think she jammed me up. She took something off the coffee table. Yeah. And I like her for it. I was like, guys, turn off the cop shows. Jeez.
Oh gosh. Well,
Anyway,
and
but yeah,
huh?
we're getting into our holiday weekends. Is that what are you
Yeah.
doing? What's your jam?
I I will be working tomorrow, but then I'll be off Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So
Wowza, you can get up to all kinds of trouble in that amount of time.
I sure can and I will because you know
Okay.
me, Gia. I like to make
You're
bad
probably gonna paint
decisions.
something.
Oh, I'll paint something. I'll paint the same walls I've been painting over and over
Yeah.
again.
You don't need to insulate, you just keep painting
Just
everything.
yeah, yeah, that's true. Good
Yeah.
point, Gia. And you've started your festivities, have you
Yeah,
already?
I know you already told you this. I don't know why you think it's gold, but what I told her, everyone, was just that I've had about a beer and a half
Mm-hmm.
and we've been and some chips and salsa and we've been listening to a bunch of Grateful Dead all afternoon and that's
Do you
that.
enjoy the Grateful Dead, Gia, generally?
Are you doing Jiminy Glick again?
I don't, I'm not sure I can help it.
I do enjoy the Grateful Dead. Is that wrong? Are you
No, no, it's not. We just never really get around to talking about the Grateful Dead very much, except for last time when we talked about what's his name, Meyer, John Mayer.
Yes, yes, who some people seem to feel is a decent guitar player.
I hear he's okay. A
I
little
hear he's all
practice,
right.
he might be
He
great.
he knows a couple of important chords. I do enjoy the Grateful Dead. I'm kind of like late to the party, you know what I mean? Because like
Yeah. Oh, I think
it's
yeah.
yeah, like I wasn't a Deadhead during the era of the real Deadheads, you know. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
I liked Shakedown Street when I was in
I did
school.
too. And I
Yeah,
feel like that's like the undead, or the,
I know, and sort of, and what was it? Touch of Grey, or kind of
yeah,
a
yeah.
later.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
But I wasn't really a huge. I was around people who were really huge Deadheads, but I kind of,
Same. Yeah.
yeah, I didn't. But now I kind of like. I don't know why I get into it. It has so many influences, like the
Mm-hmm.
bluegrass and the country and the folk and the psychedelic stuff, and I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. I think
But
that's fine.
I was marveling at how freaking old Jerry Garcia looks, and he died at like I think like 53 or something. It's like, really, you're watching him play, and he's like younger than his 50s. There, it's like, it looks like he's like
Yeah,
80.
I know. I know. He was an old 50 something.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, so he used that body to its full extent before he.
Yeah, I guess he did. It's interesting. It's not funny, but it's interesting that his lifestyle, if you will, I guess took its toll on him. But
Yeah,
there are other rockers that you imagine have partied as much as he has, but they still seem to be hanging around. So I don't know what the
I know.
difference is there,
I don't know, right?
but
Hereditary, like some gene difference or something. I don't know.
maybe. But I think the world does miss Jerry.
They do, yeah. And so he died. I was also recalling like where we were when we found out that he died, and
Uh-huh.
you probably do. You remember that yourself? I don't know why I remember that.
I don't. I don't remember. I remember I was going to a concert in New York City to see a band called Guy.
That doesn't ring any bells for me.
Sort of R&B ish hip hop type band, and they were at one venue in like the Madison Square Garden complex, and then the Jerry Garcia band I think was playing in Madison Square Garden itself, I think. So there were two lines.
And you had to be careful not to get mixed up with the other one.
They
were just step into the Jerry Garcia line for a few minutes and get high, and then go back to your line. Yeah.
Well, yeah, and the lines, it was literally black and white. Pretty much.
Except for you, probably, right?
Yeah, and people were wondering if I knew where I was going.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But good show. Good show.
Good show. Anyway, this is a podcast about General Hospital, and we will get around to it.
I guess we should, shouldn't we?
I guess I'm kind of reeling from today's episode. I don't know about you, but
I'm wondering. Yeah, I am too, Gia. I guess that really happened, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I know we have 4 episodes that we haven't talked about yet.
Yeah, that's true.
Today sort of like superseded anything else that happened. I don't know.
Plus, we don't remember those other 3 episodes, do we?
Exactly. Yeah.
So let's start with today's, and maybe other things will sort of creep back into our little noggins.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, so I felt like we were given a classic Friday episode today. So thank you. Because it was like filled with soapy moments.
Yeah, lots of those soapy sort of trademark.
Yeah. Big storm coming on. Who's
big
gonna
storm,
be
check.
Where?
Yep.
Yeah.
Couples that shouldn't be together, check.
Right. Things that make you vomit into your mouth a little bit or a lot, check.
Check. Yeah, that was really the worst part of today's episode, wasn't it?
They went there. Sometimes I think, like even though I hate it, when they go there, I'm a little bit like, yeah, respect, You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, you're not going to do it. Oh, you are.
Oh, I know. In my mind, I was like, oh, they wouldn't have that happen again. They
did. Yeah.
Willow has made her concerns clear.
Right.
And then, boom, she's forgotten what her concerns were.
Because she's got a pants feeling.
She's got a real pants feeling. I guess not. Sheesh.
And so I liked all of that stuff. I'll tell you what I didn't like was I'm sick to death of this. Well, we won't have to worry about it anymore. But Kate's dragging Christina in to arrest her. Well, have we done that like 8 or 10 times now?
Yeah.
Like over and over. So. And Alexis becomes indignant and starts, yelling. And we just keep doing it over and over.
Yeah.
But yeah, we kind of knew Kate's was going to be a sacrificial lamb.
We did. Now, before we get to the actual violence, if you will, which was more upsetting to you, the fact that Jagger was shot and killed, or that the rain ruined the beautiful feathering in his hair?
I was more distracted by how unevenly his gray suit was getting wet. And I was like, that doesn't feel like a real rain pattern.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it was ruining his hair. It made him look kind of weird or something. And I don't know. He was seeming weird to me the whole episode, and almost like stiff, like a Frankenstein or something.
Yeah, exactly. They really did reduce him to this, tunnel vision kind of robot.
Right.
Do you think he might be a robot?
He might be AI. He might have been AI. I think we can use it as a verb now.
He was AIing all over the dock.
Yeah. But I felt bad because I feel like when he came on, there was a possibility of him becoming a real character, and then they just
Yeah.
were like, oh fuck it, let's just kill him, and so,
Yeah.
but we're setting up, or are we?
Hmm.
Are we setting up for a murder mystery, or are we to
Hmm.
believe that Sonny simply shot him twice? Which I was kind of
Mm-hmm.
like, wowza, have we really ever seen Sonny shoot somebody? I mean, we've had a lot of implied
Yeah.
murders and,
Right. Right.
hazy gray areas where maybe he ordered somebody to be killed or not. We don't know.
Right. Yeah. This seems like this seems like the Sonny that doesn't have his meds sort of
Yeah,
behavior.
right,
You
right.
know,
When the whole rest of the episode we have him being, calm and
beautiful.
rational.
He's being beautiful.
Yeah, he's being beautiful. He's connecting with everyone. Was he
Yeah.
beautiful? Yeah.
Well, I like those moments a lot. I would have to
Yeah.
say there were some Sparkle Pony-ish moments, I think.
Wow. Yeah, I think
Maybe.
so.
Right?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah. He was doing kind of like a little apology for being off my
yeah.
meds tour. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
We
Yeah.
all have to do that from time to time.
That's
Go
true.
around and say, I have no recollection. I was completely blacked out, but whatever I did, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
if I threw up on your bed or something,
Yep. Yeah.
you know, sorry.
Sorry, dude.
Yeah.
But I mean, are we to believe that he simply shot Jagger twice, shot him, and then shot him when he was down? Like the bullet looked like it was from the front there, and
Yeah, right. And I don't know where Christina was at that point cuz
and then we also have a scene where it looks like
yeah,
Jason might be there, and it's like, ah.
lots of possibilities, I guess, but it did
And
seem like it came from Sonny's gun and he definitely, was standing over him when he
but we could have a whole like grassy knoll thing going on, Like we've
sure.
also got Alexis as
And
a
she
contender,
can be kind of unhinged herself. Why?
but
But she didn't have a car, so
she
she would
didn't
have
have a
had to
car,
take
right?
an
But
Uber.
she issued a clear threat. I know, but they can make anything happen. Like she could have Ubered out to look for Christina. I
Hmm.
don't know. I don't know. I just feel like they set her up as a
Yeah,
possibility.
yeah. Hmm.
But they certainly are toying with us because they made it look like it was definitively Sonny that shot him.
Yeah. Well, maybe. How about this for a theory, Gia?
Let's try it on for size. Go ahead.
Okay.
It's too
How
tight.
about?
If it's like any of my other clothing, it's too tight.
No, I know it's cutting right into my tummy.
It's cutting, yeah.
How about so many people dislike Jagger right now, right? We
Yeah.
have a list. Just about everybody has some beef with him, whether it's a big one or a little one. So maybe Sonny did do it, but maybe all of these people will help sort of protect him from having to pay for it.
But so many people have a beef with Sonny too that I don't
Well,
know.
he did just
Ooh,
apologize to some of those people, so
he did.
maybe.
That's true, right? But I don't know. Like, what about Anna? Like, Anna's. I don't know.
Yeah, and what about Dante? Is he still there? Oh no, he was at the hospital, right?
He's at the
When the
hospital.
shooting
Yeah,
happened. Yeah.
yeah.
So,
So I don't
yeah,
know. It was an interesting move though, and I was like, wow, they're really. It
it
was bold.
was.
It
It
was a
was
bold move.
bold. I'm not sure I liked it. Did
I
you?
kind of liked it because I was like, finally, they're
It
owning
showing.
up to this guy being a mobster. Like they're
Well, yeah,
finally.
they've made him everything that Jagger said he was, kind of.
Yeah,
Which I
yeah.
guess maybe he was, but
Right. I just feel like all his violence has been kept off screen, so we don't
yeah,
have to
yeah,
think about it.
right,
Yeah, it
yeah.
was big. And then a
Hmm.
whole lot of the rest of the week, today and the rest of the week, was taken up with Lulu.
Yes, a lot of Lulu-ish stuff. Liver talk. Oh, and by the way, to follow up on our
Oh,
informative segment,
yeah, we got sidetracked with the medical stuff. Yeah.
right?
What'd you
Because
find out?
Well, we just like to remind people that this podcast is nothing if not educational.
Yeah, I'll agree with you that it's nothing. Okay, but educate me. Go ahead.
Okay, apparently, and I didn't dig too deeply, but apparently, after the live transplant of a piece of liver to the person who needs it, well, they remove the diseased liver.
Okay, that's what I was wondering about. So they take that whole liver out. Okay.
Yes, and they saute it with a little butter.
You're gonna do the little.
I wouldn't do that. We don't want to cross that line, Gia, between funny and inappropriate. Okay.
Okay. Alrighty. Yeah.
Okay. But then that piece of liver continues to grow until I guess it's a full-sized liver. I almost can't believe that, but
that's pretty crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, it is
like
crazy.
A miracle.
Yeah, maybe we can learn something from this liver behavior, everybody.
What would it be that we're learning? I'm trying to think of that. Could we take a little tiny just piece of us in general and grow a better us somewhere else?
Just maybe metaphorically.
One who's not petty and small.
Right. Yeah, that's going to be hard.
Just with a tiny chunk, we can grow up better.
Yeah, but I wonder what it is about the liver that allows it to do that
with the other organs.
Yeah, there must be something about those cells is different. So I'm sure there are actual doctors listening right now. So maybe you want to take a closer look at the liver.
Doctors listening.
No. Huh. No, there can't be, can there?
You know what? This is slightly off topic, but I told you about my CAC test.
Yeah, and can you explain briefly what that is to our
listeners? So it's a calcium score. It's a scan that tells you how much hardened calcium you have in your arteries. Mm-hmm. So it tells you if you're headed towards heart disease.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going to brag, but mine was a 0.
I don't think anybody's ever bragged about the results of that test.
So I'm chatting with a friend of mine, musician friend of mine. He's like, "Hey, you said you had some calcium thing." I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Yeah, I had that too. My doctor." And so he's like, "What was your score?" And I'm like, "What was yours?" And we're getting all competitive.
God. Do you think this is what the Rolling Stones talk about backstage?
I bet it is, actually. Yeah, the ones that are still alive. But his was 150, which is not horrible. But
the way you said it sounds like it might be close
it's
to horrible.
Pretty far from a 0. So then I'm like in your face.
I was gonna say, did you say in your face?
But then I was like, oh my God, what's the matter with me? I'm being competitive about this and not being like, oh.
There. Would you like to go walking with me? None of that. Uh-huh.
This is so pathetic. I'm so pathetic. I'm lording it over this guy oh, you have a little bit of heart disease and I don't.
Oh, Gia, I hope there's no such thing as karma.
If we could take a little hunk off of me, off my butt or my hip or whatever, and grow a less, a more tolerant, kind, loving me, wouldn't that be great? That's a good idea. So we're just talking about cloning, essentially, I guess.
I guess we are. Yeah, like a modified clone.
I mean, I don't want to keep taking it back to succulents, but just plants in general. You're talking about basically taking a cutting,
Yeah.
A human cutting.
And then do you dip it in root medium? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I mean, I've never found that to make any huge difference, but
okay.
Looks to that. I mean, I have purchased that before and used it, but I've never thought. Some plants just do cuttings better than others. That's all.
Yeah. Okay. Well, and you're welcome, because somehow I've enabled you to incorporate succulents into the podcast again.
Once again.
I know we were all thinking that was in the
Yeah.
past.
And Grateful Dead and John Mayer. I mean, how long has it been since we've talked about bar shampoo? I mean,
Oh,
Jesus.
that's true. Boy, those were the days, huh? We were so young and fresh faced.
We were obsessed with the bar shampoos. Like
We thought we were going to change the world one bar of shampoo at a time.
change the world. Anyway, thank you for the informative discussion of liver transplants.
Sure. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Now, if you could stop getting off topic.
Yeah. Okay. So where were we? We had the Lulu stuff at the hospital.
So much Lulu stuff. And, of course, we have the big, huge outside the world of hospital announcement outside the
Yeah, true.
that Sam is being killed off. And I'm like, what the fuck? Why are you telling us this? Why?
I know. Why do they tell us stuff like that?
It's got to be by design. You know, you wouldn't drop that information unless you meant to, right?
I guess not. I mean, I guess it's hard to keep that sort of thing secret, probably because depending on whatever terms they ended their relationship on, maybe, she benefits from the publicity and stuff,
Or they benefit from it. You know, maybe it's like, people does tune in because
to watch whatever's going to happen to her happen.
Yeah. But anyway, I have mixed feelings about that, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess I do too. Mixed-ish. But she had sort of flattened down as a character.
I was going to say one could argue. I don't know if I would be one, but one could argue that her character has like done its arc, and and we weren't gonna resurrect that character for a lot more. But you didn't like it as much, but I liked the grappling with the issues of motherhood stuff that she had going on.
Yeah, sure.
But I wasn't gonna like this stuff about Lulu. I didn't think so.
Right.
I think that's what we've got coming on. So we'll see. I feel for Dante because
yeah,
I feel like he's going to be put through the ringer here shortly.
He is, yeah, and I thought he did a really good job with all of his like shifting emotions and stuff. Even like with the Carly conversation.
Yeah,
it made me a little.
Totally forgot that incident where she hired Brooklyn to break them up.
I can't really remember the details of that either, and it didn't really seem Dante like to throw that in her face. But
no.
I guess maybe if he's like cycling through all of his regrets and whatever.
I do that every night at about 3
me too.
That's my hour for cycling through my regrets. They can be daily regrets, like just from that day, or they can be my entire life.
Oh, I do know. It
can be like, just like, why were you so mean to your mother? That'll wake me up.
Oh God, I know.
You're right, I was mean to my mother. She was a saint.
I know,
a shithead.
Oh God, I know. Man.
Yeah, why does your body have that wake up hour for?
Oh, I know, it's rough because like all your defenses are down, and
it's like the anxiety wake up call,
Yep, like just in case you were getting into a comfortable spot.
Just in case you thought you'd get a full night's sleep.
Yeah.
But anyway, so it's like full on Lulu 24/7 now. We're like Lulu full steam ahead, and I think have we only had 2 Lulus, like the original and then the Emmy whatever?
That's a good question.
I only remember 2, but maybe
I only remember 2 also, but we've been wrong before, and
not often, but yeah. But anyway, they were 2. They brought very different qualities to the character.
They really did. Yes, it was another case of really changing the character,
right?
Not just the actor.
And I liked them both. I mean, I didn't dislike the second Lulu, but the first one was, spicy.
Yeah. There you go with your word spicy.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was a real tomboy also.
Yeah, and Spitfire,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I feel like every time they're talking about her now, they're emphasizing that kind of stuff, like
Right, right.
fighter, and she gave a
Mhm.
run for his money, and blah blah, and all,
Yeah. Yeah.
And the second sort of softer, gentler
Mhm.
version of Lulu, there's so I feel like whoever we're getting is going to wake up and be like, you know, um, like spicy right from the get go.
Okay.
What's a synonym for spicy?
Well, I was going to say did you say feisty already?
I didn't, but that's good. Feisty, yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna have a
Okay. Full of
feisty Lulu.
sass. She's full of
Yeah,
sass. Uh-huh.
sassy, like a mad Chihuahua.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Chihuahuas are
Okay.
pretty much always mad. I think.
Always because they're tiny.
Yeah, yeah. And
Mhm.
you mess with them, and
Mhm. You can fall on them.
yep. Well,
Mhm.
did you do that? Do you have something to tell us about
No,
Gia?
we went over that before. She was fine. She was fine.
Okay, all right. She's fine. Um, anyway, so I feel like obviously it's like full steam ahead with the Lulu stuff.
Mhm.
And hence we have a lot of Lucky at the moment too, which I agree now. Like his hair is disgusting.
Yeah, I mean, everybody else looks sort of clean, and I guess they're not concerned for his hygiene. Maybe that's to be expected.
Yeah, and initially I thought he was kind of doing a good job being like sort of the Suave and DeBoner,
Mhm.
you know, double agent kind of
Yeah.
dude. Like, but
Yeah.
now it's like he's laying it on too thick, and he just looks kind of
Exactly.
soft to me. Like he doesn't look like a
Yeah.
hardened. Like if you've been living in foreign aid camps or whatever, you know, I don't know.
Mhm.
He looks a little too soft or something.
Yeah, I think he's got sort of baby eyes, gentle
Yeah.
eyes.
Yeah,
So
so it's hard to believe he'd be a killer for hire or anything.
yeah, yeah. He does look
Yeah,
young, probably younger than his age also.
right. Um,
So
so I
yeah,
don't know. I'm having trouble buying the recent scenes.
me too. And I can't have too many layers with this sort of storyline because I just, we don't have the energy to follow things like that.
Now,
Do we?
is it gonna be another Pikeman? Do you
I
think,
think it
or
might
maybe he's working for Pikeman ultimately?
maybe he is Pikeman.
He embodies Pikeman.
Yeah. So yeah, and the doctor guy is in Port Charles, just like before you know it. That
Right.
seems
I was like, what the hell? Well, like, well, now he's getting hit in the road somewhere near Port Charles. I was so confused about that.
yeah.
And the
Um,
airport was like, what airport do you think that was? It looked like Missoula, Montana.
mm, oh yeah,
It
Missoula.
looked it looked teeny tiny. I
Yeah,
understand
it
that
did.
actor came from some sort of Star Trek.
Yeah, yeah. I meant to mention that, so I thought you might root for him because of that.
Yeah, I am. I am now. I am now.
Okay. Now you'll keep watching
I'm
now.
on board now. Yeah.
Um,
No, he's pretty cute.
yeah, yeah.
I don't know.
But Eva is in the car with this woman who's not an FBI agent, right? We think
No,
she's
because she
a,
has stylish shoes
she
and
has very
sunglasses.
stylish,
Yeah.
pointy shoes and sunglasses and a big wad of cash.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it sounded like they had changed their plans, right? So I was wondering,
So
like the
now she's
route they were taking, and I was
yeah. So
wondering
she's taken Ava out to like the Pines or something. I can't remember what they
the
call them.
Pine Barrens.
The Pine Barrens, right? That nothing good comes of being
No,
taken to the Pine Barrens.
no, it seems sort of ironic they would be dumping her on top of bodies Sonny has dumped there.
Yeah, yeah. So and also I don't know what to make of it, but I don't think we've ever seen Ava in a pair of jeans before, and now she's wearing
Hmm.
jeans.
Uh-huh.
Have we
Interesting.
ever seen her in jeans?
I don't remember, Gia, but it's possible, I guess. I know we prefer a pencil skirt, partly because we like to say pencil skirt.
Pencil skirt, yeah. But I mean, she's wearing jeans, but of course she's still wearing like a satin blouse and a,
Yeah, and some heels.
perfectly
Does she
beautiful
have heels
upswept
on?
ponytail. I can't remember what the shoes are. I don't think they're like high tops.
Oh,
Not sure.
not right. Yeah. Some tree torns maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
Um but yeah, let's see. Well, it seemed like, I don't know if it was just the Pine Barrens detail. I don't know, but I wondered, like, is this world and are these other worlds going to intersect? Like this doctor, obviously, his world has intersected with theirs because they hit him with the
Right.
car.
It's
It
it's a
seems right.
world colliding for sure. Yeah, like, and why will that? I don't know
Yeah,
how that connects to anything. He's quasi connected to the Lulu storyline, I guess, because
I guess, yeah. And then, but these people that are holding Lucky and that were holding the doctor, and there was a guy in the airport, right, who was
right,
watching the
watching,
doctor as
yeah,
he left.
yeah,
So I
yeah,
don't know, but it feels too complicated to me,
yeah. You feel
right?
defeated. You're hanging your head in shame, right? Because
Always,
it's too
yeah. But,
complicated a plot line.
yeah, yeah. That's exactly. So, I'm not going to apologize for that. Um,
I don't think you
I think
should.
No, I think we're owed an apology because we don't demand complicated storylines, do we?
No,
We like
no.
complicated characters, but not
We want complicated characters and we want some nuance,
sure.
um, but yeah, we don't want to be confused. We don't want to be outright confused. We don't need to have our stupidity thrown in our faces all the
No, day after day. I mean, yeah,
time.
it's hard enough getting up every morning and shaking ourselves off.
Shake it off, yeah, for another day in the salt mines. Yeah.
But before I forget, I want to give another
Yeah.
enthusiastic shout out to the
Two.
sergeant at the
Oh,
PCPD.
I love him. The desk sergeant. Yeah.
Yeah.
He must be testing well because he keeps reappearing.
He showed us a somewhat of a range of facial expressions, I
Yep.
thought,
Yep.
you
Can you
know.
imagine him going home to his wife or boyfriend or whoever and being like, I got on again. He must be just so psyched.
Did they let him say anything, or was he
Yeah,
just
he spoke. I
okay?
think he
Did
spoke a
he?
few times.
Okay, I hope so.
Is he
Hope
what's
so.
known as a day player? Is that what they
Oh,
call him?
maybe, I'm not sure, Gia.
Ooh, I
Maybe
just came up with a band name.
the day
Day-
players.
Yeah, or so and so and the day players, Like, unless
Okay,
that's something dirty. Is that something dirty that I don't know about? Like,
like the fluffers.
yeah.
Would they warm up for the day players?
I frequently refer to my cat as Fluffy Butt, and now I feel like that's a bad, like it's a bad name.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But also, yeah, let's give a shout out to our pets.
Yeah,
Gia gave
okay.
me a Target gift card for Christmas, among other things. And I believe we've had a discussion about body pillows and how they're like, the spinster's companion,
Right, right.
right?
Which,
So,
yeah, we don't
yeah.
get graphic about it, but
No, no,
yeah.
I, I give them to the dogs, okay? I don't use them to comfort myself at night. But they love them. And so I ordered a couple, and they have lovely plush covers on them, and the dogs enjoy them very much. And
Oh, is that you had to do that online? They don't have those in the
um,
store.
well, we don't have a Target around here.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you live in like the bumfuck woods out there. I forgot about that. Yep.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. But
Well,
they're
I'm
great.
glad they're happy. I'm glad they're happy.
We love a happy pet because they bring so much joy, don't they?
They do. It's
Yeah,
true.
yeah, we love our animals.
Okay.
Okay, where were we?
Back to work. The big storyline that neither one of us, or not storyline, but the occurrence
Oh yeah,
today
yeah.
that we've been just sort of walking around or tiptoeing around or whatever is the Drew
Yeah.
Willow. Uh, like I I can't even tell you like the whole. I mean, the whole conversation was like, you get me, and I'm so
Oh,
wonderful, and it was like
yeah.
He didn't even try to correct her when she was talking about how you saved my life. It's like,
Right. Never.
hello, Liesel. Liesel
Liesel.
saved your life.
Trina.
And yeah, there were lots of people that went on that trip, but
Laura.
somehow you only want to get it on with this one. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
uh,
Well,
yeah.
and even going back before today, it was yesterday, right, when he gave his political speech?
Yeah, and he did the shout out to Willow, and I was like, "What
Yeah.
are you doing? What are you doing?
That seemed deliberate, right? Like
yeah,
he had her in his sights, and he knew
yeah,
that he'd score points with that. And what
yeah."
a
He seems like
scumbag!
such a freaking creep right now.
He's
I can't
such a
even.
creep, and yeah, it's all just such bullshit. This political path, it all just sounds like a load of crap, right?
Yeah, and he's
Except for the
all
Esplanade. I think we're all excited
the
about the
Esplanade. We are
Esplanade.
excited about that. I can just picture the little shops on it and everything, but he's all broken up about McConkey's death. It's like you knew
Yeah.
him for a month, you
And
know.
basically he was using him for some
Yeah,
favor,
as
you
his
know.
launching pad to get into
Yeah.
politics,
Yeah.
and then he's using McConkey's death to get into Willow's
Yeah.
pants,
Pants,
and that's
I know.
basically it. She was wearing
Yeah.
a really nice sort of fuchsia dress. I kind of
Yeah.
liked it. But
Pretty color,
it
yeah.
had a collar reminiscent of like a Jackie O thing, which I felt
Yeah. Yeah, they
was
were
a
going for
deliberate
something. Yeah.
political kind of.
Yeah, and her
Um,
hair was parted differently.
yeah, and she had a lot
Right.
of makeup on, and yeah.
Oh,
So
whore.
I'm disgusted by both of them, really.
Disgusted. I know. I'm really it's just difficult to see how he could be attractive at all to her. I mean,
Right, right.
it's just that he saved her life. Not really though, but that's what she
Yeah.
thinks.
Well, I guess on a positive note for me is that, Willow to some degree has been boring, and every now and then we see
Yeah.
this stuff
Yeah.
rear up where she's
Mhm.
got some sass in her and got some
Mhm.
like
Naughtiness.
complications, some naughtiness, and so maybe Willow can only sustain the straight life for so long, and
Maybe
then
she's that type of kid.
and then something kinky raises its little wormy head in her psyche,
Ugh.
and she has to
Yeah.
bust out and join a cult or well, she didn't join
Right.
that one, she was kind of born into it, I guess,
Yeah. Mhm.
but something like will bust her out of the like perfect little
Yeah.
husband,
Yeah.
kids, white picket fence
Mhm.
house kind of thing.
Mhm.
I do charity work and
Yeah, right, right. She was sort of like a prototype for like the model sort
a
of.
Stepford wife kind of a
Right.
thing going on. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe maybe then I would have liked to have seen a few more instances where you could see like her restlessness or something.
I would just like to have turned her restless gaze on anybody but Drew, because
Yeah, anybody. Right, right.
he's just a scumbag.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Mhm.
that should be one word, scumbag. But
Yeah.
he just makes me want to hurl. I just can't stand him.
Me neither. And I guess maybe, well, part of the reason why she's succumbed to this is because he has been playing her. He's
Yeah, I feel like he's actively, even though he agreed,
yeah,
oh, we're gonna put this, this
right,
didn't
right.
happen, and it was just the fireworks and blah blah,
Mhm.
but then
Mhm.
he's used every opportunity to kind of
Yeah.
like tweak her in
Yeah.
his direction, and
Mhm.
he's got
Yep.
some kind of power over her. Although, I mean, she's been a willing participant here. It's not like,
I
um,
know. I know that it's just that's a little bit strange, I guess, to think that she could be so duplicitous. Is that what I want to say? I don't know.
do you want to say
Um,
lying?
lying, duplicitous
This is
whore.
whore.
Yeah, the
Hua.
whole package, the whore.
She's getting there. Probably my
She is
Monday. Yeah.
full-fledged whore, but because I do believe that she cares about Michael. I thought she loved him, and her family. I mean, she fought so hard to create her family.
Right, and then to stay alive for her
Yeah,
family.
yeah,
Yeah, but I
so
just wonder, like, did she just need to bust that up now? Because it was the
yeah,
mantle of wholesome goodness is too heavy to
yeah,
bear or something. Um,
yeah. I
and
guess
do
we
you
both
think
know
like
that feeling.
is Michael gonna go busting into that office and find him talking
Well,
uglies or
yeah, this is where what's her name? Nina's position on the kiss is going to be tested a little bit, right? Because she had sort of made peace with the fact that Willow and Drew had kissed, right? She chalked it up to the
well,
fireworks or whatever,
yeah,
and
but she obviously didn't trust him because she came up with a plan to
to,
distract him with
yeah,
her
yeah,
own
right,
cleavage. Um,
right. She failed at her plan. She wasn't
yeah,
distracting him around the
I'm
clock like
wondering
she
if
needed to.
she and Sasha are about to admit to each other that they know something. It's
Yeah, yeah.
interesting we have those two characters standing there and they both know
Uh huh.
that there's been a dalliance.
Right, right. Yes, true. That
But
is true.
anyway, the fact that we
Hmm.
have a storm means that we'll definitely have intercourse. That's
Yeah,
just what that
that's just
means.
simple biology. Yeah.
Yep, yep.
Hmm.
It's almost
Hmm.
like mathematics, even. It just has to
Yeah,
happen.
you're right. You're
And
right. Hmm.
Michael's becoming more frantic.
Yeah, poor
Um,
Michael.
he's probably going to
Mm.
go looking for her. And I kind of
Yeah.
wonder, are we pushing Sasha and Michael back together? Because we seem to have them
Mm-hmm.
in little
Huh.
scenes here and there, and
We
her showing
do.
understanding or something. I don't know.
True, true. But as much as I didn't feel like I would ever get to this point, I kind of like what she and Cody have because it is so
Yeah, I do
simple.
too. I
And
do too, but they can't leave anything alone because it's a show.
no, they can't, can they? They've always got to upset everybody.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, maybe I don't know. I don't know. That seems like almost too simple if Michael discovers them. But
Yeah. I feel like Nina's going to go to great lengths somehow to get there
t-
first or something.
yeah, yeah. And well, and who knows if the roads are closed, will Michael and Nina get like thrown together somehow? I don't know.
Yeah, they're kind of getting teamed up more, it seems like,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
which is
Hmm.
interesting.
It's all, yeah.
A little bit interesting.
It was,
Anyway, I feel like Hospital has thrown us some interesting stuff.
yes, they sure have. I think there were
Um,
some opportunities in today's episode where it would have been fun to have Geo playing his violin in the background.
in the background, sure. Yeah.
Like when
Oh,
Sonny's confronting Jagger.
oh yeah, have him in the boathouse. Yeah, exactly. Like I can't find any place to practice alone. That would be funny.
Yeah.
Maybe even if he busted into like the devil went down to Georgia.
Yeah.
That'd
That
be
would.
fun.
I wonder if he knows that one. Does he? Do you feel like he has to know some sort of staple kind
I
of?
bet he knows it, but he refuses to
Yeah.
play it because
Exactly.
people want to
Yeah.
hear it so
Yeah.
badly.
Yeah. Uh huh.
Like,
Yeah. I
people
think you're
do want to
right.
hear that. Yeah. Um, a scene that was not from today, but that
Mm-hmm.
I kind of liked was Violet. I just want to say shout out to Violet, that little
Mm-hmm.
actor.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I mean, it's a sad turn of affairs that she's so
Mm-hmm.
sad right now,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel like we're getting to see some chops from this little girl.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
like
They.
she was such a what's the word? Ebullient? Was she
Yeah.
ebullient?
Yeah. Uh huh. Uh huh.
And just so full of herself and ready to like put on a show, and now
Yeah.
it's like a balloon that's like had the air let out of it, and
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I can almost feel like this weight of her sadness, and
Yeah. I
her
know. I
little
was.
speech about, oh, I won't do it
Mm-hmm.
again, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
sorry, and it was like
Yeah.
I think she's showing us what she's got right now. I just think
Yeah,
so.
that's true. And I didn't think I was being affected by that, but when she left the room and Brooklyn and Chase stayed in the room or where the hallway or whatever, I was like, oh my god, they're going to go after her, aren't they?
Right,
And
right. Yeah, she was so sad, and this little tiny
yeah,
person, and
yeah,
I just thought,
mm-hmm,
that's miles away from like. I mean, I think James is cute too, but that's
mm-hmm,
miles away from James reading off cue cards.
yeah, yeah.
She's like really like kind of bringing the
Mhm.
emotion.
Mhm. Yeah, and they probably like knowing that she does have the chops, they can really make that character go through some stuff.
Yeah, yeah. So I hope she's able to stick around. I hope they can keep her from getting an education and let her stay on our show for a long time.
Yeah, she seems plenty smart.
She's pretty smart. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And I like Brooklyn the way she is with her. I think she's like sort of a natural the way she,
Yeah. Yeah.
talks to her and stuff. Hmm.
Yeah. Um,
So,
I don't
yep.
know
Yep.
what we're building up with the whole Brooklyn and Lulu and Chase, and I don't know.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, is he gonna find out about like
Something. I don't know.
something? It
Yeah.
was it Carly's plan that Brooklyn was about to tell
Maybe I
him
was
the other
thinking, and then
day?
I was wishing I could remember more about that.
Yeah,
Like
me too.
they've gone way too far back in the history for
Yeah,
me.
yeah, definitely.
I mean, it rang a vague bell, but I couldn't remember what the hell it was about or anything.
No,
So,
me neither. Me neither.
well, anyway, it was a pretty good soapy week overall, I'd say.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. That's true. I think you're right, Gia. It was a very, very
Very soapy. No, we
soapy
probably
week.
won't have an episode Monday, right? Because it's a
Yeah, I
holiday.
guess that's true. And I also I wanted to apologize for the fact that we weren't on last night.
Oh yeah, we had various things get in the way.
Various things, yeah, and the show was preempted for a bit here, so I couldn't get to it in time to podcast with Gia, who had a
Did you have
gig
some
last
kind
night.
of like what did the state run out on Moxie or something, and somebody had to come on and talk about that? Or
Yes, yes. So there's a hotline now, and
there's
there's
been a
some.
run on Moxie before the
Yeah,
Labor
they've
Day
opened
weekend.
some churches so people can get together and talk about how they feel without having Moxie in
Yeah,
their fridge.
they've put counselors,
Hmm.
extra
In the
counselors on
schools.
staff at the
Yeah,
schools. Yeah,
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 yeah. So we'll get through it. We'll be fine. Yeah.
yeah.
Um,
You don't want to be without Moxie.
no, you don't. That's true. Even if it's not the beverage, just the sass.
Just yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
The day players. I'm still liking that. I'm gonna have to
You
give it.
are
Yeah.
okay.
You don't like it?
Well, I don't know. There's day traders. Those are stock market people.
Yeah, I don't think that's. I don't think I need a name for a kind of like an Americana trio.
Oh, okay. All right.
And the old man and I came up with one, but the other guy didn't like it of Sideshow Mary, and I thought that's great, but I'll be Mary. But he didn't like it, so we're trying to come up with something else. But
How about what is it? Flatland Prison or Flatland Penitentiary?
the Flatland, yeah,
Where
Flatland, the Flatlander.
where Nicholas was? The
Yeah,
prison that
but
Nicholas was
isn't
at.
that what they say in Maine? Like if you're from away, you're a Flatlander, or is that something else? No, I've been away for too
Maybe.
long. I can't remember. Or isn't
Well,
that
you're
what I know?
from away. People are from
Yeah,
away.
they're from away. They're Flatlanders, right? No, if I just keep repeating it, will that be right?
I know that's what you're gonna do. So yeah, say it a couple more times.
Flatlanders, people from away are Flatlanders. I'm pretty sure.
Okay,
Uh,
maybe you're right. Yeah, sure.
anyway,
Anyway,
we hope everybody has a good holiday weekend. If you celebrate
yeah,
this particular holiday, it's mostly like a barbecue holiday, right? It's like a
pretty
get
much.
yeah,
Yeah, I think yeah.
yeah. Which
And
for me
then
means something like I don't know, rice and beans or something like
rice
that.
and beans. Yeah, how's your diet going these days?
Well, up until today, it's been all right.
Yeah, the beer. You mean the beer was a violation of
The
your
beer and the
rules?
chips.
Oh,
Yeah.
the chips. Yeah, yeah.
I
Okay.
don't think the Grateful Dead raises your cholesterol. So
No,
that was
I
good.
think you're safe there. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
Okay.
beer and the chips were probably bad. But I don't
Mm-hmm.
know. One day
Mm-hmm.
off would be all right. How about you?
Well,
How's your
um,
blood pressure?
I'll tell you this much. I brought the batteries for the blood pressure cuff into the bedroom. I have not
Okay,
put them in
baby
the
steps.
cuff yet. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
baby steps. All right.
And
Okay.
similarly, I have my new portable walking pad. Um,
Ooh.
yeah, it's been in the box for about a week. It's
Okay.
right now it's leaning on the stationary bike, one of the stationary bikes.
Oh, old age is fun, isn't it? Yeah.
So yeah, the goal is to make space in this room for the
Get it
walking
out, get
pad.
everything
Yeah,
out of their boxes. Okay.
yeah, yeah, and get myself off my ass.
Right. I hear
So
you.
yeah,
The struggle is real, people. We
it
hear you.
sure
We
is. Gosh,
sympathize. Yeah.
gosh, yep, it's tough.
Okay, so we probably won't talk on Monday then. We'll have to talk on Tuesday, I guess, huh?
I guess that's true. So we're a little bit off our schedule.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, people.
Yeah. That's all right.
Yeah. Hey,
That's
maybe in
life.
the meantime, yeah, if anybody's on our Facebook page, which is a table at the Tano, um, put a picture of your pet if you have one. Post some pictures
Yeah.
of your dogs and cats and
All right. I'll go
ferrets
do
and
that right
bunnies.
now. You got
Yeah,
to
good
get that.
idea.
You got to figure out how to get the episodes back on there.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I should do that too, shouldn't I? Yeah.
Jesus, yeah, I'm going to cut your pay.
You should. Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, you have a good one, and we'll talk in a few days.
Yep, you too, Gia. Take care.
Okay. See ya.
Okay, bye.